Hi, thanks for joining me. This one's going to start off just from something that a subscriber's got me thinking about. Good day down under. And it's to do with X and in excess, and it's a long story, but just to really start it off, this is an old album from In Excess, and it was just called X. It brings back a lot of memories for me for when I was like early teenager. My sister had this cassette and I used to steal it from her bedroom and listen to it all the time. It was because I was kind of getting into skateboarding and stuff as an early teenager, and I remember one of their albums had a skateboard on the cover. I think that was the Kick one, wasn't it? Might have a picture of that somewhere. Maybe not. Look at those sixes. What's that all about? But anyway, just to kind of start it all off, going with X, it then made me think about something else that I remembered. And it was that Malcolm X's birthday is the 19th of May. 19th of May I was speaking about a few days ago in relation to the next event over here, being the royal wedding. 19th of May. So that's Malcolm X's birthday, 19th of May. You got royal wedding gematria, ordinal 137, 33rd prime. 33rd prime there. And as you can see from when his date of birth is, he would have been 93 years old this year. 93. We're always talking about 93, aren't we? 31 times 3 and all the Saturn references and all the rest of it. So Malcolm X, that's the connection with X. And also connecting to the royal wedding. The royal wedding date, 19th of May, comes from adding Prince Charles's age, 69, to Prince Philip's age, his dad, 96. That equals 165, which if you write that down and then flip it upside down, it looks like 19th of May backwards as well. But 360 minus 165 gets you the answer anyway, the 19th of May. So that's clearing up something there with X, Malcolm X, royal wedding, and the royals again. Which leads me nicely into my Fibonaccia for Queen Elizabeth, which I was looking at. So let's get to that bit now. And yes, just a very quick thank you to John Tarot for coming up with that amazing name for it. Fibonaccia. Brilliant. I had to steal it. Stick a cheeky R on there. Registered trademark, Chuck and I. Okay, so on to Queen Elizabeth in Fibonaccia. So just a quick recap of the cipher. It goes up just to the 12th Fibonacci on the top for ordinal weight, and then reduced underneath. This is the reverse one, as it came with QE for the exception. I chose to use 10 as the exception. In the table it happened to be QE, so that becomes a 10 when it's reduced in the exception. That's why I went with Queen Elizabeth to start with. Okay. My page now comes with Chuck's seal of approval as well, with his wet paw print, so my apologies for that. I'd already written this out before, thankfully. But I'd got all the numbers from up there, so 55, Q, E as well is 55. They're the numbers for the green, and reduced, sorry about that, it's a bit small. But anyway, reverse Fibonacci Queen Elizabeth is 323. Incredible. 323. It's March 23rd, forwards and backwards. 323 that way, 323 that way. Which this year was that Friday the 13th. Hence the 233 connection. Because that was the date, and it was the 13th Friday, hidden Fibonacci 13, hidden Friday the 13th. It was the date of that French shooting thing in a supermarket, which I predicted in a video. So that's why I'm glad I chose to not use the 13th Fibonacci, because it's coming up in the actual coding. 323 Queen Elizabeth in reverse Fibonacci. So Queen was 174, Elizabeth's 149. That's the 323. 323, you can see the factorisation there, it's actually 17 times 19. That's very interesting. 91 in reverse, and the 71. That's the Queen's age, Trump's age, isn't it? Reverse. 323. And that's just a reminder there. I'll leave a link actually to that if anyone's not seen it. That's the Friday the 13th in Fibonacci video I was talking about, which was the 23rd of March, the 233, that Friday. That's what took place the day after that video. The French shooting, 888 hours since Valentine's Day. Okay, so you'll notice then that the reduced at the top, Queen was 39, Elizabeth was 41, comes to 80. So we've got separately 39 in reverse reduced, Elizabeth 41. 39 we know is 313 again, 3 times 13. 41 we know is the 13th prime. Show that, 41. There we are, 13th prime, also up to the 33. It's 41. Okay, so we had 323 in reverse Fibonacci and 80 in reduced QE exception. Add the two together, you get 403. 403 is 13 times 31. Unbelievable. 13 times 31 when you add them both together. It's just showing 13 times 31 there, 403. So, it's getting more and more interesting, this cipher, and I've only done a few words so far. Let's look at then the ordinal for Queen Elizabeth in Fibonacci. That's just using the full numbers along the top there. That's what that came to, 5, 3, 4, 5, 5, 1, 5, 1, 4, 4, 3, 4, 1. So adding all those up together came to 283. That of course being 13, 2 plus 8 plus 3. Reducing it, you're only reducing the 3, 4, that to 9, 7, those to 3. Reduced, it came to 58. Queen Elizabeth. 58 as well, 5 plus 8, 13. So it's 13s once again. But you'll notice there, separately, Queen in ordinal, so just that on its own, 50 Fibonacci. Elizabeth in ordinal Fibonacci is 233. 13 again, 13th Fibonacci. I've just been speaking about 233. In ordinal Fibonacci, it's 233 for Elizabeth on its own. So then we got 283 then. 283 is the 61st prime. I'm just going to show that for 283. There we go, 283, 61st prime. Queen Elizabeth is 283 in ordinal Fibonaccia. 61 reverse is 16. Brilliant comment from Walton Market. He's, or she, my apologies, I don't actually know, of course, tried the word 16 in this actual cipher, the Fibonacci cipher, and that comes to 223, and I've checked it does. Try it, 16 Fibonacci ordinal comes to 223. 16 is 61 in reverse. 283 is what Queen Elizabeth is in Fibonacci. 283, 61st prime, 16 reverse. It's a flip reverse 91 as well, of course. 61. 58 then. 58th day of the year. Queen Elizabeth in reduced Fibonacci. 227. February 27th. 22 divided by 7 is the pi. 283. Third day of the year, sorry, 283rd day of the year I looked at was October 10, so that's a 10-10 like you get on the clocks. 283rd day of the year. Add the two together, ordinal Fibonacci and reduced for Queen Elizabeth. 341, that's March 14th backwards, 14th of March, pi day 314, talking about days. 58th day is 227, 283rd day 10-10, 283 plus 58, 341. So yeah, thanks so much for bearing with me on that one. That's Queen Elizabeth, both in reverse, Fibonacci and ordinal, and the reduced.